What is going on, guys? Right here I have my Evo, and I'm just taking apart some piping and some brackets and stuff like that to get powder coated. Let me show you guys what kind of stuff I got out so far. So right here I have my intake pipe, my upper intercooler pipes. This is the bracket for the computer. It just looked kind of crusty, so might as well get it powder coated. Some other small brackets, and right now I'm taking out, might as well taking out these two brackets right here, get those powder coated nice, and just trying to see what else I can do to make this engine bay a little nicer for now. Alright guys, so while I have the pipes out at the shop getting powder coated, took advantage and I ordered this exhaust Myvic wire extender. It's pretty good quality, cost me 40 bucks, and it's worth it instead of cutting the wires and extending the wire. The reason I bought it was I'm gonna do a mild wire harness tuck right here. So all these wires that are over the valve cover, they're gonna be going under here, under there, through the power steering area, and this harness extender is actually going to go through the side and then connect over here to the oil control valve. So I'm gonna just do a little step-by-step. Should be pretty easy. Just pretty much take off all these plastic connectors and actually cut them off, and then all these wires should go under and then go over into the injectors, and then the other one should go under and to the side over to the oil control valve, make it look a little cleaner. So let's take a look. Alright, so let me try to do this with one hand, but first thing to do is disconnect the connectors. So let's see if I can do it with this hand better. Alright, that's disconnected. Try to take this one out. That's popped off. So the next step is to take all of these clips out. You could just cut them right here, or if you really want to save them, you could try to put your flathead in here and it'll open up. So, alright, next step, everything is cut, is to grab these and then start pulling them in through here. Just slide them down like that, then bring these down. I'm gonna move these over, right over here. It's gonna come out one, the other one's gonna come out to this injector, and then this long one we're gonna bring either right over here, or if I really wanna tuck it nice, maybe under the manifold. It comes out of here, connects to this one, connects to that one. We're gonna have that connector right here, and then the extender would extend it all the way to the back. So right now I have two connectors going down through the intake. I want to do this the cleanest way possible, so I'm gonna bring it under there, all the way through there into this area. The other way to do it, which is the easier way, they bring it in through here, and on top of the manifold they run it. I'd rather just not see it at all. So I had to go to my toolbox, get some extra tools so I could try to get this done, because what I had here at home didn't work. So so right now I'm just kind of fighting with I guess I'm fighting with the flashlight. Right now I'm just fighting with the connectors, trying to bring them up through here. Right through there. Grab it with the pick this side, push it that way. Grab it with another pick or needle nose pliers, these long ones, and just kind of wiggled it through here until all three came out. Alright, so next step we're going to be doing is all the wires are already tucked in through here. So next step is we're going to bring the two injector plugs through this one. It's going to go 1 and 2. So I got the two injector plugs right up through here. It is a little tight to just bend them and try to connect it, so I'm loosening it up over here. A couple of zip ties. See what else I can bring more slack so you can push it more this way. And maybe give me like a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of extra wire so I can pull it up, plug it in, and it won't be still, you know, really tight. So once that's done, work on the extension. It should be all set. Oh, and also I gotta take off all these little brackets that won't be needing anymore. Alright, so I finally got these wires in the injectors. The wires aren't that much in tension, and you can still move them, but it's pretty tight still, so I don't know. Alright, new plan. So instead of leaving them connected on there and having some tension, which I really don't like, I'm gonna just cut these wires and give them an extra 2 inches of wire. That way it will be in there no problem. So I just gotta get some wire and solder these two. Now for this side, the intake oil control valve is already connected. Power steering is connected. And the MyVec extender is also connected. So now I'm just gonna see how I can tuck it under here nice and neat where it doesn't touch the belt and it doesn't really get too hot. So see how this goes. Alright, so I will be extending these two injector wires, connectors, just because I don't want them to be under tension when they are plugged in. So I'm gonna give them an extra 1 or 2 inches of wire just to make sure they're good. So I'm gonna cut this, then I'm gonna cut the wire, probably about like right here, maybe like right here. And then I'm gonna solder another wire onto there, tape it up real nice, make sure it's protected, and that should be enough to cover what we want. So let's do that. Alright, so now we're gonna twist these like this. Do the other one. Alright. Do the same thing on the other side, and then we're gonna join the wires with the extension. Alright, so wires are connected. It's gonna be time to solder it. I got my connectors ready. They're extended, and luckily I had the same color and size wire, so good to go on that side. Gonna put the original cover back on. So alright, so now it's time to solder them to the original harness. So same deal, and make sure that you're doing this for the first time. You don't do an easy rookie mistake and you forget to put the shrinking tube in here before you solder it. Because once you solder it, there's no way to put the tube back in unless you redo the job again, cut it and resolder it. It's a lot of work. So just make sure you put it in here, tuck it in there, and then once you do that, then solder it. Once it's cold, put it back up and heat it up, let it shrink, and then I'll put some electrical tape all over it. Make sure it looks nice and neat and it's protected. Alright, injector number 2 is done. Now I just tape it up. Alright, it's finally done. Everything's nice and wired up. Real tight. So now it's back over again. I gotta put it down through there, bring it up through here. One goes here, one goes there. Should be good to go now without no tension. So let's do it. Alright, so we have the wires finally through. These are the picks I use to grab them and kind of twist them so they come out the right way. So you got a hook pick right here, another small hook pick, and a straight. So that's the ones you need to probably need, or something similar. So I already can tell I have way more slack. So the green and red go to the cylinder 1, and this one goes to 2. So these gotta get flipped like that. Alright. Just like that. And this one just like that. And boom. Way more slack. I could even push it down a little bit more. Pull it up from here. That's way better. My power steering connected. I have my intake oil control valve connected. I have the harness routing from the outside all the way to the back. It looks a lot cleaner, so now I'm gonna take these out. Those two by the spark plug cover, and I'll also remove that one right here. You don't need that no more. Looks a lot better, and all I had to do was buy the MyVic extender, so only 40 bucks. So I believe it's called a NRP Ops. I'll have the link in the description below so you guys can check that out. So all right, we have the powder coated brackets back. I also have the pipes. I'm not gonna be putting those today because I gotta get the clamps soaked in vinegar to take some of the rust off, but I will be putting these back on. So let me go ahead and open them, lay them out, so you guys can see how great they turned out. You can see that shine it has to it when the light hits it. It looks beautiful. And this is actually my computer bracket. It's gonna be sitting right over there. And I also got the dresser bolts to go with it, so I bought some black ones, some red ones. I'm not gonna go too crazy because I definitely don't like when it's all over the engine, but you know, certain areas will look nice, certain areas I'll just keep it how it is. So let me go ahead and install this back over there. A couple 10mm, it used to be regular bolts. Now it's going to be Allen heads, and should be good to go. So look at that. Alright, just finished installing these brackets, so I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. It looks really nice, especially with these engine dresser bolts. I'm gonna have to have this nut painted black because this kind of stands out compared to the other ones. So, but for now, I'll do right over here. And I'm gonna get those two bolts down there painted black as well. Look at that shine. The intake pipe. Just gonna throw it in there real quick, tighten things up. I did get to clean these a little bit with vinegar. It's still a little rusty, so I might have to just try to clean them a little more, see if that comes out. It's gonna look so nice. Alright, so I'm finishing up doing the final touches. Intercooler pipes already in there, intakes in there, everything is nice and tight. So let's see what's left to do here. I'm loving this color, I really am. So we gotta put this back. Put the clips on it. Put this air duct back in there too. Clean the engine a little bit here and there, and it's looking a lot nicer already. So next thing I plan on doing is replacing this with the famous aluminum valve cover that comes with the earlier model Evo 10s. Probably get that also powder coated in the same color. Then I might keep that black strut bar black, or I might color match it to the car's paint for white. If you guys have Instagrams, follow me on Instagram at EvoXKev to stay updated with some other events that happens with the cars, or my buddy's car, or the Evo I built for my boy. We're gonna get some content for that too, so stay tuned for all these videos, and appreciate the support and all the views and likes you guys give me.